I'm feeling so alive, hearing the angelic sounds of our ancestors singing through the night for the supernova body. Listen to the realms of beyond, sacred wisdom healing my mind. Chakras align when I listen to supernova day. It's more than a podcast, it's a whole vibe. Expanding consciousness as you shift your mind. Tune into the supernova body so you can raise your vibration. Don't be afraid to make changes and create a new you. It's more than a podcast, it's a whole vibe. Expanding consciousness as you shift your mind. Supernova body, a cosmic party. New way of life, it's a supernova body. Yeah.
Hello and welcome to episode 6 of Supernova Body Podcast. I am your host, Simone Michelle. I don't think I said that last episode, but I'm your host, Simone Michelle, and welcome. I hope that you are having a beautiful existence, and I hope it gets even more beautiful after today's episode, where we're talking about core values, not to be confused with love languages, but core values. So we're going to talk about them. We kind of briefly touched on them last episode. You know, it's a theme here. And so today we're going to dive deeper into what core values are and how we establish our own and how we come to peace with conflicting values in others, whether that be on the job, in relationships, in friendships, just in interactions with other humans, because we are humans and we have to deal with other people. So, if you know what moves you, you can be unmoved. Aha. Okay, core values are defined as the fundamental beliefs, principles, or standards that guide an individual or organization, decisions, behaviors, and priorities. They are the deeply held convictions that shape who you are, what you stand for, and how you interact with the world. So I'm just going to say it, a lot of people can be the same religion, but they don't have the same values, okay? They could care very much so about war and injustice in the world, but don't give a doggone about racism, right? It serves them. I don't apologize for saying that either. There are so many different ways that we can align with people, but if our core values are not aligned at the very core of our relationship, then our foundation will eventually crumble. It will be nothing more. So, an example of that, I like to give examples. It really helps you see what I'm seeing. So, there can be somebody that loves you so much. They love you so much, but their idea of a relationship does not include faithfulness. They believe that they could go out and sleep with whoever, and that's okay. At their core, faithfulness and commitment is not a core value. It might be one for you, and that may be where the conflict is coming in. You may have aligned in every single way where you believe in honesty and integrity, and they're honest about how they feel. You may believe in family being priority, strong work ethic, but in that one area, it just may not be working. And you may say, well, I'm unwilling to not have this in my relationship. And they may be like, well, I'm unwilling to change. And so that one core value issue could cause the demise of the relationship. But what's good about that is it just means you're free to find somebody that aligns with all of your core values, because that allows you to remain in constant balance with who you are. You get to remain constantly you, authentically 100% you, not who somebody wants you to be, but just who you are at your core. For real. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's bothering me on my neck. I don't like it. Okay. So I said that this is not a love language. So a lot of times people base their entire relationship off of love language. Well, I'm not going to say people. At one point in time, I based my relationships off of love languages and not off of core values, and couldn't for the life of me understand why things weren't aligning. Like, we both need physical attention. We both need words of affirmation. We both speak each other's love languages. Why are we not aligning? Girl, because that man didn't believe that honesty was important, right? Or that woman didn't believe that cleanliness was right. Like, whatever the core value of a relationship dynamic could lead to it not being successful. Just because you guys align in some areas doesn't mean at your core that you do. Love languages are really just the surface of how you love. They're not what you build the entire relationship upon at your core. While our heart is up here, it is not at our core. So it's a decision that's down here in the solar plexus region. And that's where you are making these decisions. It is a balanced place where you have your stability in who you are. It's where you derive your confidence. And we'll go through all the chakras because they're wonderful. And I believe that they're very insightful and allow you to really see who you are, or where you're off balance, by just observing what you gravitate to, what gravitates to you. Moving on. All right. So, how do you navigate your world? How do you make your decisions? How do you make your choices? How do you live in the land of indecisiveness or decisiveness? What's your guiding compass? Is it God? Is it religion? Is it the Ten Commandments? Is it the beliefs of Buddha? Is it the Bhagavad Gita? What is it? What is it that you're choosing to guide you in life? Is it Kemetic religion? Is it Kemetic belief in science? Is it African belief systems? Is it the Orishas? What is it? What is it that helps you make your choices? Is it the divine? Is it the universe? Is it God? Where is your moral compass stemming from? And there you will find your core values. They are your guiding force. They are your internal compass. And why do we define them? Why is that important? Because without them, we don't have a sense of self. Without them, we are very indecisive people. And I have to say this because people are like, oh, horoscopes, don't believe in that. Your sign is, look, okay, I am very much so a Libra in so many ways. And I'm also other things. But that indecisiveness, hey, it's there. I see it, and I'm not avoiding it. I'm very clear. So I have to set up parameters for me. That also could be neurodivergency. It could be a lot of things. Could just be because my name is Simone. I don't know. But what I do know is that Libras are known for that, and Simone is known for that, and that is why core values are important to help me maintain who I am, so that I'm not a little boat in the sea just going about here and about, easily blown and swayed back and forth. which without core values, absolutely 100%. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go with the flow because that's logical. Like, you have a good argument for that. I might do it. I might try everything once or twice. I don't know, but if I know at my core after this trial, it's not going to work for me, I'm really going to have a hard time, then I can avoid doing stuff that's going to violate who I am at my core. All right. So, also, establishing core values increases your self-awareness. It increases your ability to be authentically yourself. You're not being anybody else. Nobody's guiding you. You got up in the morning and you chose your outfit, not because you saw it on TikTok or somewhere else, but because you liked it. Okay. And so what, it cost $5. Shout out shirt. It's sparkly and you like it. Okay. You're not motivated by other people. You're not easily transformed. You are very much so authentically you, whether people like it or not. Oh, you don't like my decor? So what? Is functional. Okay. It is what it is. You have improved relationships. Improve relationships because you can clearly set expectations. Like, look, you ain't gonna get that from me. I'm just gonna let you know right now. I know myself, and I know that that's not a core value that I have, so I'm not gonna make that a priority. That allows people the decision, because we want to give people the freedom to make a choice, right? And by being honest with them, we're giving them that opportunity. We're giving them that opportunity and that choice. You also have greater fulfillment and purpose because you know you are aligned. You're going where you're supposed to go because you're minding your business in your lane, doing what's for you and what aligns with who you are. And that leads to reduced stress and internal conflict. That alone is the sole reason why core values are important to me, because stress and internal conflict, it's no longer my middle name. Okay. All right, here we are. Core values matter because of all those reasons, but we're going to go a little deeper and dive a little deeper into that. Again, you know that I'm looking at my notes, so we're getting better at this. Okay. If integrity is a core value, a dishonest opportunity is automatically a no. So what that looks like is, my core value is honesty, and somebody is a scammer and they're coming up to me and they're saying, girl, I know you need 500, but I got a way. Just give me your bank account information and you good. I'm gonna put the money in. Don't worry where it's coming from. Don't ask no questions and you got the money. Honesty is everything to you. It feels suspicious. That may not be an opportunity that aligns with your core values. So it's a no, not because of anybody else, not because you can't make that easy money, but because this is a no for me. It's going to be a no. I can't do that. A lot of people use religion as their core values. Does this align with the 10 Commandments? Does this align with whatever? Like, whatever your compass is, yeah, this is how it looks applying it in real life, an application, real life application of it. So if you are a real rigid person and that is the life that you choose to lead, then if you don't align with that, you may have discomfort and internal conflict, which you can address by either changing the rigidity or changing how you respond to opportunities, situations, people that don't align. It's okay to be rigid. Just make sure you stay in that lane and do not budge for nobody. Okay. Okay. So we're going to touch further on what building stronger relationships looks like when you are living according to your core values. So I'm gonna use myself because who do I help? Who else do I have to use? Oh, so me. I am not a partier. I'd like not to go out because I feel weird. I feel awkward. And the only way that I can enjoy the environments is if I violate core values, like here or something. Violate my core values. And then the next day I'm like, why did I leave the house? I'm tired. I'm drained. why did I do this? This was a waste of my energy and my time. I don't like loud public spaces. I don't like a lot of people. Please don't touch me. It's hot. I don't want to be touched. It's you touching me, and I just, I don't want to do it. Okay. So I would have a lot of friends that enjoyed social gatherings, and I would throw them at my house because I'm in a safe place. This is my home. I'm okay. I can go to my room and leave when my battery is done. It probably would have been easier to just align with people who also had a core value of not being touched in hot, sweaty places and enjoyed doing things like going for walks and hiking, or going to subtle, low key places, or just choosing not to go with my friends and holding my core value that I don't like doing this. Don't invite me. We're not going to eat. Count me out. But again, this is an example of what it looks like to be able to attract people to you that really align with you. If you don't like going out, you can start attracting people that like to do what you like to do. Oh, you like to do yoga? Oh, okay, I know a great yoga spot. Let's go do some yoga there, or let's go have a good time over here. Versus friends that are still out clubbing at 40 and 50. That's what they want to do with their life. But that doesn't align with who you are. So now you can authentically attract interactions, opportunities that align with who you really are for real. Not who you present to be, but who you really are. And have peace in that. Yeah. Okay. Resilience in the face of adversity can look like, oh, so sorry, I skipped a spot. Attracting compatible people, we touched on it. Understanding conflict. Okay, so this is where we're leading to the resiliency in the face of conflict. But conflict, avoiding, understanding conflict. Gee whiz, notes, you are tearing me up today. Gotta space it out, anyway. Understanding conflict. Often we are experiencing disagreements with people because our core values are not aligned. A perfect example of this is, I am an HR minded person, meaning I worked in HR for HR. Did I say HR? HR, human resources, the hiring and firing people department for a long time. So law and right and wrong is very important to me, right? Just do your job and go home. All the extra stuff we don't got to do at work. At work, be at work. Get it done and go on about your way, because there are laws that are to be upheld. Does that mean I uphold all the laws 24/7? No. A couple speeding tickets will, suggest I do not, right? But in that space, I definitely believe that, because a core value for me is law abidingness, right? Abiding by the law in work settings. I'm going to put that caveat on there, in work settings, because of HR. Okay, so that's a core value for me. So if I am friends with somebody that doesn't believe in showing up to work on time, my mouth, okay, it's just all jumbled today. Doesn't believe in showing up to work on time. Doesn't believe in honoring the laws governing their work experience. They may feel like I'm a killjoy, I'm a wet blanket. I'm not that friend. Okay, we're on the clock, right? I'm just not, that's not who I am at my core, right? So in those settings, I'll attract other people that are like me, or I'll push away and create conflict with people that don't think like me, because their core values are different. Their core values are, you get it. I feel like I'm being very redundant. I know you get it. All right. So this allows us to have a better understanding of why the disagreement is happening, thus creating the resilience. I am no longer offended if someone doesn't like me or my personality. It's an acquired taste for those that like it, and whoever doesn't, so be it. That's not my business. It's not my job to care about. I can now see that, our core values probably don't align. You probably don't believe in what I believe in. I know that the moment I walk into a room, people that are like me spot me, and they either like me or don't. People that are not like me spot me as well, and they either gravitate to me or have a strong aversion. Either way it goes, I can now walk into that room understanding that this is happening, which gives me a sense of resilience, a sense of, okay, I can overcome this. This is no big deal. I can see it for what it really is and what is really happening versus having this concept or idea that something is wrong with me. No. We can both be different and the same as people, and that can either attract or push away. Magnetism, magnets. This is really just science. It's not that deep. And that is where the resilience comes in. Okay. All right. We can also further our purpose and meaning on days that are really dark. So if we know our why, right? We know why we go to work. We know why we have children. We know why we're in a relationship with our partner. We know why we have the friends that we have. We know what our motivating force behind us is to get things done. Then we can look at life in a way where we have an anchor. We are deeply rooted on days where it seems like, why am I doing this? Like, this is pointless. I could very much so be doing something else. I should very much so be doing something else. We can remind ourselves, at the core of who I am, family is important. At the core of who I am, hard work is something that I do. At the core of who I am, I also believe in working smart. So all of those things can coincide. Trouble arises when our core values are conflicted. This can lead to so much inner conflict and turmoil. It can lead to us really not being able to stay rooted to our anchor because our why is just not clear, right? Our core values are not allowing us to be who we really want to be because they're at war, right? Subconsciously, we are at war within ourselves and we can't move forward, we can't move back, we can't do anything, we're just stuck. That could look like having a core value of honesty and being a dishonest person. Like, your aspirational goal is to be honest, but currently in this space, we don't practice honesty. So that could lead to issues internally, where you expect honesty from other people, but can't give it. And then when you're called out on that, now we've got a problem, right? Now it's abuse. Now you're a victim. I don't know where I'm going with that, but you get what I'm saying, right? Or maybe you don't. But I said it. So here we are, and we're moving on. This could also look like you are really wanting to live a rich, wealthy lifestyle. But at your core, you believe that having money is a problem and it violates who you feel you should be. You feel like that it's not a clear representation of humility. You don't think two can coexist at the same time. And so that conflict is keeping the abundance away, and it's also keeping you at war with humility and what it looks like. So there are so many different ways that a conflict of core values can come up internally within yourself and cause issues, as well as with other people. Core values are the root of who we are. It's where we build upon. And so if our core values when we were 5 are no longer the core values we have today at 25 or 55, we have to adjust them. Core values are forever changing, and it's important for us to check in with them and figure out where we're at on the spectrum that day. So let's go over some core values, just 15 that are both personal and external, and see if any of it resonates with you. And if you would choose any of these as core values for your own list. And then when you have time to sit and journal or jot down or write in your notes app or whatever, then choose some. Choose whatever words resonate with you and write down like 15 or 20 and see where you're at. So the first one we have is integrity. What does that feel like to you? Does that feel like something that's important? Do you want your interactions with people to be full of integrity, full of strength? What do you want from that word? Does it do something for you? Just do nothing at all. Authenticity. Do you like counterfeits, or do you prefer things to be 100% real? Does that word mean something to you? Does it feel like something that at your core you can't do without? How about compassion? Is it important that people are compassionate to you? Is it important that you're compassionate to other people? How do you feel about that? Growth. Are you content, like, in where you are? Or do you constantly want to be growing? Do you want those around you to be growing? What does that word mean for you? Connection also could be love. Is that something that's important to you? Is that something that is at your core? And if so, what is the definition for that for you? Sometimes we have to make sure that our definitions for these words are aligning with who we are and who we anticipate others to be. How about freedom? Now, this is important for me personally. My family's name, one in my family's name is Freeman. Freedom is important. Freedom is integral at my core. And again, a little Libra air sign, we got to be free. Now, I'll put myself in the cage, but you can't put me there, okay? Let me do the choosing. All right. Sorry. I get so sidetracked. I'm not sorry. This is who I am. This is at my core. Who I am. Okay. Contribution or service. Is it important that people contribute in the household or in your life or at work? Because I'm not doing all of this. Y'all not paying me enough for this. What is or is service important? Is it important that people serve you? Is that important for you? Is it important that you serve other people? Respect. RESPECT. Tell me what it means to you and me today. Is respect important? Is it something that at your core is needed? How does it feel when someone disrespects you? For real. At your core, is that something that you need from others? Is it something that you can give to others? Courage. Are you courageous? Are you weak? Are you kind of like, this ain't on me. My name is Bennett and I ain't in it, and I don't have the desire to be courageous. I am comfortable being cowardly and I'm good with it. Or is courage something that you wake up doing every day just to be who you are? Maybe it is. Maybe that's at the core of who you are. Maybe you love differently. Maybe you love people that look a little different than what everybody else should feel you should love. Do you have the courage? Is that something that's important for you to do? Is it important for people that you're in a relationship with to also have the courage? What is it? You tell me. I don't know. You know, though. Responsibility. Is it important that people take on responsibility? Is it important that you handle responsibility? Or is it important that you don't handle more responsibility than you can handle? Creativity. Is it important that you're creative? Is this something that you have to do every day? Do you have to be creative? Does that bring you peace and joy? I don't know. Justice and fairness. Look, okay, again, I'm going to say it. Libras are the only zodiac sign that is a machine, okay? And fairness and justice is integral to who they are. when I tell you I resonate so deeply with fairness. I have the ability to look at both sides of the coin, both sides of the issue. I can be fair and logical and also enlist a sense of justice. I need it. It's important to me. It's at my core. It's a core value for me. It just is. And is resilience important? So, as a Black woman, I feel like we are constantly told that we're resilient. So, I have a very love hate relationship with the word. But for you, it may be something that is integral to you. Or you may also be a Black woman, and resilience may be something that you have to redefine. Because just because I'm resilient doesn't mean you need to keep giving me reasons to be resilient. It doesn't mean that you take my strength as a weakness and use me until I'm dead, tired, bone dry. My little 2 cents. Balance. Again, it's the Libra in me. I like to be balanced. And when I'm off balance, oh boy, can you feel it. But I think everybody can be. And happiness. Oh, is happiness a core value for you? Is it something that you need? Is joy important? Or is it something that you just kind of put off to the back burner? I think it's important that we take a moment to really think about that one. How do you make time for joy and happiness in your life? Is it a core value that you're neglecting? Or maybe not. All right. So, a way that you can begin to create your own list of core values that, again, is forever changing and evolving is by using the elimination or what matters most test. And that's simply you just asking yourself, if you lost everything tomorrow, what would you take with you? If you lost everything tomorrow, what would be the one thing that you would still be? If you were challenged and had to hold on to something, what would it be? Would it be your integrity? Would it be your honesty? Would it be your money? Look, there's no right or wrong answer, okay? Would it be your house? Would possessions be something that's a core value? These are all up to you and whatever matters to you most. Yeah, it's all you. No one else can make a decision for you about what should be in your core values list. It has to come from within so that you are rooted in it and you are grounded in it. Not what looks good to other people, not what looks good to your pastor, your minister, your spiritual advisor, your shaman. What actually resonates with you as a person alone in the dark by yourself. No one can hear you, no one can see you. Who are you at that moment? What is most important to you? Is it your family? Is it your sanity? Is it your peace? I don't know. But you do. In there somewhere, I'm telling you, you do. You know. You absolutely know. All right. What would you be willing to sacrifice for? That's a good way to find out what your core values is. What would you know the phrase, I'm willing to give my left arm for that? That might be a core value. You might want to check it. Could be prostitutes. That could be a core value for you. You know, self-gratification or gratification and pleasure in others. Might be your driving force. No judgment at all. All right, and distinguish from your aspirations versus your existing values. That's important. We talked about that briefly earlier. So we can have this idea of ourselves where my core values are strong. I got strength and compassion and honesty and integrity and love, but I am a nasty individual. I'm mean and I'm surly, and you cannot cut me in line. And I genuinely hate when people violate my boundaries and when people cut me off in traffic. You might really have a value of justice. You may want to get to a place where compassion is your number one, but right now it's justice and revenge. Those are your core values, and that's okay. That's where you are. So it's good to be very honest with yourself. Like, yeah, for real, like, no. I'm not there yet, but I want to get there. And I eventually will get there, but I'm definitely not there today. And that's okay. You can have two lists: your aspirational core values and where you currently are. And see how long it takes for you to reach where you're trying to go, or see if it even remains the same, right? Things change. Things definitely change. So make sure that when you are creating this list, and who am I to tell you what to do, but possibly consider when you are sitting down to make your core values that you really consider where you want to go in life, the things that really inspire you to be better and do better, and um, connect with how you feel, right? Because having these core values in place really do help us live a life of clarity. They really help move the clouds of indecision and confusion away, and really help us have a guiding force that guides us. And no one's telling us that it has to be based on anything. It's just based on us. What makes us feel motivated and encouraged? What makes us feel rooted and connected to our why? So, when you establish your core values, you can use them as a decision filter. You can use them as a goal setting device to help you move forward. You can use them as a way to manage your time. You can even use them in your relationship as a way to check in with each other and say if you're still aligned, or if something has shifted and someone has changed. And be honest and figure out if that's going to work, and be honest and figure out a way forward through the change. But it's good to check in and identify that the change is happening, right? Communicating your values will also allow you to have conversations with people up front about who they are, and make a decision in that moment if this is going to work, whether this is business or dating or friendships or whatever. You get to make that decision based on, does this align for me? You could choose jobs that way, because we're choosing jobs, right? We don't have to just be open to whatever is available, but we make a decision. We're interviewing this job too. Like, is this an environment that's going to be healthy for me? Are y'all going to pay me that over time? Are you going to expect me to do work that you're not paying me for? Like, all of these things have to align with who we are. And then we can make a decision to say, yeah, no, this ain't it. And there's nothing that you can do that's going to make this it. Because at our core, this space, this place, this person, this relationship, this situation, it don't align with me. So I'm going to walk away with gratitude and allow opportunities that align with my core value and who I am to come and flow. That's it. That's all right there. You can also make a list of where your core values are right now and see if there's any internal conflicts. If you have an aspirational core value over here, and you see that on your list of where you are right now, there's something that's in conflict, challenge that. And if you need help, again, www.supernovabody.com. I'm here to help you or direct you in the direction of someone that can. As with all of the topics, they can be kind of heavy sometimes, especially when you start thinking of your core, who you are. We can sometimes get discouraged if we're not pleased with what we find, right? But awareness is the first step to doing something about it, right? Being aware of the internal conflict, being aware of the violation of core values, being aware of the imbalanced core values is the first step to making a change, right? And you don't ever have to do that alone unless you choose to. You can seek your divine, you can seek your higher power, your minister, whoever you are led to seek, just begin the work if you have the desire to. And if not, if you feel good, if you feel solid in where you're at, good for you. There's no harm in being where you're at unless you feel harmed. Now, if you feel harmed, why feel harmed, right? You can change that. You can. It's all right. Okay, so that is all I have for today. If you have any more questions about core values, I'm definitely available on social media to answer. And you can reach out and I'll answer. Maybe if it's not like a super long question that requires in depth. Whatever. Okay, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope today has been beautiful and it will continue to be beautiful. Again, I love you. Thank you so much for stopping by and listening wherever you're listening at whatever time, you know. All right.